Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon to respected Director Sir and Dr. Neeraj Sethiya Sir. So today our expert is Dr. Neeraj Sethiya Sir. Dr. Neeraj Sethiya Sir is Associate Professor and Head Department Center of Innovation, Incubation, Entrepreneurship and Startup at DIT University. He was also served as Senior Innovation Fellow at National Innovation Foundation India, a autonomous body of DST, and Dr. Sethia completed his PhD from MS University Baroda and M.Pharm from Dr. Hari Singh Gaur University, Sagar. He is recipient of Bharat Gaurav Puskar Award and Dr. P.D. Sethi Research Paper Award along with UGC JRF from for the M.Pharm degree. So Dr. Neeraj Sethia have more than 55 peer-reviewed paper and 6 book chapter along with seven books and 15 patent. So this is the brief introduction of Dr. Neeraj Sethia sir, and I request to our director sir to enlighten some on the occasion of expert talk.
So
Sir, director.
thank you very much, Dr. Balakji. So first of all, on behalf of ISF Dialogue Series as well as ISF College of Pharmacy, I welcome today's very dynamic, young and dedicated professional Dr. Neeraj Kumar ji. So I welcome you, Dr. Neeraj ji, from core of my heart. So this ISF Dialogue Series motto to provide the purified knowledge and justified knowledge to the audience, those who are working in the academia as well as the research. So this is the joint efforts of the all the academicians and some of the researcher. Not only India, we are also connecting with the abroad so that we can come to in a one platform and it will be the helpful to the students as well as the research. The purpose behind is the more we want to that if some person have the some of the specific specialization and they want to deliver a lecture on a this types of the platform, I always welcome this types of the dignitary. So such types of the dignitary among us today, Dr. Neeraj ji. So without taking time, I again welcome to Dr. Neeraj ji, and I am thankful to our IQAC team to provide this opportunity to me to interact with you. And I am thankful to you for the accepting our invitation at a very short notice and provide your precious time to deliver a lecture for this ISF dialogue series. So thank you very much, and over to Dr. Balakji.
Thank you, respected director sir. I request to Dr. Neeraj Sethia sir to upload your slide and start the lecture. Sir, please.
Thank you, Dr. Balak. I am first of all thankful to respected Professor G.D. Gupta sir and all the higher management of ISF College for Pharmacy Moga, who provided me an opportunity to share my views, my experience with the young audience so that they can learn from my experience. So I am also thankful to Dr. Balak for giving me and giving me a chance to talk with this ISF platform. Thank you, Dr. Balak. So let me share my slide first. So is it visible, Dr. Balak? Hello?
Visible, sir, you can start now.
Yes.
So a very good afternoon to all. Today I am sharing my thoughts on how pharmaceutical entrepreneurship is important for this current pharmaceutical education, since we are right now doing pharmacy and we are teaching pharmacy to our student, and students are learning pharmacy by giving their by providing them a class work teaching as well as practical work teaching. As per the government of India mandate, and there is a highly need of national innovation and entrepreneurship policy, as per National Innovation and Entrepreneurship Policy, there is a need of development of pharmaceutical entrepreneurship skill among pharmacy education institution, so that student can learn in their early phase of life about the innovation, about the creativity, about the entrepreneurship skill, so that they can choose their path not only for job seeker, they can also create a job for others. They can become an entrepreneur, they can provide opportunity to other for growing pharmaceutical industries. So there are some skill by which they can learn the basics of entrepreneurship and basics of finding technological development, technological innovation through creativity and other things. So let me give you a brief insight about what is the basic difference between research, innovation, startup, incubation, and entrepreneurship. So, since these are the common terms which are encountered daily to various students and they are not able to differentiate these terms. So, since research, we are all doing research for masters as well as for PhD, even for undergraduate student. Research is a common practice, so where we are establishing the fact and to reach out the new conclusion. So this is a systemic investigation to reach out or to establish the fact. However, innovation is the process of translating an idea, any idea or any innovation into good or service where customer will pay. Means here commercial angle is involved. So that's why it is known as innovation. Startup is a young company where one or more entrepreneur are involved to develop some unique product, service, and bring it to the market. Means commercial angle is involved, so that is startup. Incubation is a kind of support system to those earlier startup by infrastructure, people designed to nurture, to grow, so that their venture can be established. And entrepreneurship is a process where a company can be founded and that company can be a risk, and that can also involve in the making of profit. So this is brief about all the categories where we need to know how these are differentiated. So since there are long debate between invention and innovation, so if we talk about invention, people are mostly confused. So invention is a just creation of product or service or introduction of process first time, which was not available till now. So if anyone doing anything related to the product development, related to the service or some process first time, that is known as invention. However, innovation is little differentiate from the invention, that any product that can be introduced into the market where customer need to give an effort and they are attracted and they are paid. Means it delight consumer, it increase productivity, profitability, and increase the margin. So let me give you some example like development of X-ray, that is a invention. However, use of that X-ray for use of that X-ray for chest diagnosis or some medical applications, that is known as innovation. Development of filament is a invention. However, that filament can be used for lighting a house, that is a innovation. Since similarly, development of a wheel is a invention. However, that wheel is converted to running a car, running a bicycle, or anything, that is a innovation. So after innovation, if anyone can want to develop some company, that company need to be incubated. Since a young baby is many times incubated and provided the fixed condition of all the supportive environment. Similarly, that young company, that young startup needs a supportive environment so that they can learn many things. They can learn about the financial part, they can learn about the entrepreneurship skills, they can learn about the customer part, feedback part, technological development. So that support system is known as incubator. So let me give you one simple example of Ritesh Agrawal, who is a very young, dynamic guy and CEO of OYO. So what he developed, he understand the things that how people are suffering when how people are giving very expensive way when they want to halt in any hotel. So he understand the problem and he can design this OYO concept where economical rooms are available, economical and with the all the facilities, so that OYO concept can. And now Ritesh Agrawal is one of the millennial startup. So let me give you some insight how we can differentiate any entrepreneur with the businessman. So since both are the same, people understand that both are the same, but there are marginal difference between businessman and entrepreneur. One can say a businessman can start business from any existing business. Some family business is there, some traditional business is there. That business can be run by the businessman. However, entrepreneur start his business by some unique idea or some unique concept. Businessmen generally are traditional, however, entrepreneurs are innovative and revolutionary. Businessmen always stay safe, however, entrepreneurs take risk and accountable for taking risk also. Businessman is always profit oriented, however, the mindset of entrepreneur should be employee, customer as well as public. So he can take care of all the stakeholder. Businessmen hire people to increase business productivity. However, entrepreneur hire people to give them productivity. Means entrepreneurship mindset is different from the businessman mindset. Let me give you some example that if businessman buy apple of 150 kg, he want to sell that apple by the profit of 50 rupees and he sell that apple in 200 rupees per kg. So that is the profitability of some businessman. However, entrepreneur buy a apple with 150 rupees. He understand the problem that how that can apple can be support some unique type of concept. So he find out that in hospitals in many of the system there is a need of apple juice, so he convert that apple into in the form of juice and he sell that apple in 500 rupees per kg. So this is the profitability of margin for entrepreneur and profitability of margin for businessman. So if we want to give education to our student, how we can create this whole cycle and how we can give them demonstration and how startups can be created inside the organization. So first we need to expose our student for problem identification or field visit. Then we need to giving them chance for ideation through ideation workshop. Then after selection of those idea, we need to giving them chance to develop some proof of concept. That proof of concept can be converted into the IPR, and after IPR we can also go for the product development. That selected product can be gone for the mentoring session, and after that some value added product can be developed, and that value added product can be converted into some types of startups are that can be transferred through technology by technology transfer. So if I go to the detail about the entrepreneurship is a process of using private initiative of any business concept or innovative business idea to create new venture to diversify that venture or enterprise in high growth potential through dedication. So here dedication is also required, creativity also required, and innovation is also required. So if in brief, this is the concept of entrepreneurship, that a person can become an entrepreneur. A process of action can be known as entrepreneurship. However, the outcome of both entrepreneur and entrepreneurship is enterprises. So, what is the main objective of entrepreneurship training? To set up venture, to manage venture, to earn adequate profit. So, these are the objective, major objective by which any entrepreneurship process can be worked. So, there are important phases of any entrepreneurship like selection of enterprises, strength, weakness, opportunity and threat analysis, growth strategy, profitability and control measure. So, how we can identify these problems by identifying an opportunity through relevance, innovative or business idea. If we have certain idea, we can encash that opportunity. Then we can establish our mission and vision. We can go for the market survey for that idea. We can gather resources. We can create a venture, and we can also adopt with the time change. Then what are the major skills that is required for any entrepreneurship related activity, like initial entrepreneur or inception skill that need to be identified, then operational skill, then managerial skill, and what is the mindset of any successful entrepreneur is he want to achieve, he need to be independent, he has the capability of risk bearing, he has the locus of control, he has the positive self concept, interpersonal skill, an innovator, flexibility and business communication skill. So there are several organizations in India which is supporting for entrepreneurship, like National Institute of Small Industry and Extension Training, Entrepreneurship Development Institute, National Institute of Entrepreneurship and Small Business Development, Indian Institute of Entrepreneurship, National Innovation Foundation, Innovation Council, Ministry of Education, Indian Institute of Management, and Institution Innovation Council, and Technology Business Incubator, and MSME. So these are some organizations which are promoting entrepreneurship. Then there are a lot of financial support for entrepreneurship from various bank, cooperative bank, SIDB, Industry Development Bank, State Financial Corporation, National Bank of Agriculture and Rural Development, Khadi and Village Industry Commission. So they are supporting this entrepreneurship. So recently, Government of India also launched that National Innovation and Startup Policy, which need to be implemented through in every organization to support the innovation, entrepreneurship mindset and startup ecosystem. So that whole policy is divided in various stages, like strategies and governments for promoting innovation, entrepreneurship, creating innovation pipeline and pathway, building organizational capacity, collaboration, norms for faculty, students, drive-in innovation startup, incentive for faculty and student, norms for faculty startup, incubation as well as pre-incubation support, IP ownership, pedagogy and learning, and assessment of this whole process. So nowadays, many of the organizations have been adopted this National Innovation and Startup Policy for their organization, and they are providing a support to various student startup, various innovative student to develop certain technological idea or to develop certain service related idea. So there are a lot of startups which are already in healthcare startup scheme, and they are lot of funding and lot of revenue generation stage. So PharmAG, everyone knows, CureFit, MFine, Plum, Stand Life Science, CureI. So these are some important startup which is related with the healthcare field. So there are a lot of advertisement even in television related to the PharmAG, CureFit, and MFi. So if we talk about innovation, how we can develop certain technology, so there are lot of technological development related to the healthcare sector, like cuffless BPV monitoring device, non-destructive estimation of sugar, geographical location and identification of various medicinal plant, eco-friendly biodegradable sanitary napkin, machine learning detection of breast cancer, skin disease diagnostic application. So lot of development related to the healthcare field is going on continuously, and there are a lot of awards and recognition by the government agency like Smart India Hackathon, Startup India, AICT Viskarma Award, Clean and Smart Campus Award, AICT CII India Innovation Initiative, Drug Discovery Hackathon. So recently, a lot of author educator also published this requirement like developing of entrepreneurship skill in pharmacy student, startup based learning as an innovative for pharmacy education like medicinal plant model. So how teacher can initiate this whole way by which they can give education to pharmacy student related to the entrepreneurship and related to the innovation. So they can also go for some workshop where they can ask student to identify some problems related to some instrumentation, related to some analysis, related to some medicinal plant growth and economical value, related to some process, related to some product development. So these problem can be identified and that problem can be taken for the proof of concept, and that proof of concept can be converted into the patent, and after patenting we can develop some prototype for that problem, and that prototype can be value added through mentoring by taking advice of various experts of related field, and that product can be easily launched through in the market by creating own company, or we can transfer that product through technology transfer. So there are certain guidelines related to the pharmaceutical innovation and entrepreneurship by Department of Pharmaceutical. So this is all about the how we can develop entrepreneurship skill among students, among faculty, among various stakeholder related to the organization. So this is all. Thanking you.
Thank you very much, sir. This is wonderful talk and very informative for the pharmacy student also. So I request all the listeners and viewers for any suggestions or for any queries and comments. So please go the comment box of our YouTube channel and just put out the questions and queries as we are able to answer them, or otherwise we will consult to our expert and we will reply you soon as well as possible. So thank you very much, sir, for the wonderful expert talk. And after the completion of session, you can leave now.
Thank you, Dr. Balak.
Thank you very much.